My name is Nadia, and I think we can all agree it's been a really long winter, but spring has sprung, which means we get to do all the things Easter. An Easter staple in my house is bunny bread. It's something that my mom has been making for years and something we all look forward to. So I thought, why make one bunny bread when you can make 3 bunny breads? So today I tried making bunny buns, bunny twists, and a big bunny, which, I mean, everything was going well until a certain point, so beware, this is definitely a learning video. I am not a professional and this video definitely proves it, but I had fun. I obviously learned things along the way, and I guess on that note, let's get cooking. To make the dough, surprise, we're actually making beaver tails like we did a few weeks ago. But this time, instead of frying them, we're going to be baking them. You'll remember from when we made the beaver tails, you want to make sure that the milk or water that you're using to activate your yeast is somewhere between 110 and 115 degrees Fahrenheit. And you want to make sure that your yeast hasn't expired. You can keep it on the countertop or pop it in the microwave to kind of act as an incubator. And while that's all happening, we're going to measure out our dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we're going to need to combine 8 cups of sifted flour. Remember, we don't want any clumps. 1 cup of sugar, which you can always reduce if you want, and a pinch of salt. Mix it all together and punch a hole in the middle. This is where you're going to pour the activated yeast, half a cup of melted butter, 4 lightly beaten eggs, 1 lemon rind, and 1 cup of room temperature milk. Combine it all with a wooden spoon, and if you find that you need a little bit more liquid, pour some warm water in the cup where your yeast was activating, and then you can just add however much you need. Once it's decently combined, you can transfer it to a floured counter and knead it out until you can poke the dough and it comes back up. When it's ready, lightly oil a really big bowl and put the dough inside. Top it off with a little bit more oil so it's nice and shiny, and then tightly cover it with some saran wrap and let it rise for about an hour or until it doubles in size. First, we're going to be making little bunnies, which are a really fun and simple way to upgrade your dinner rolls. All you have to do is grab some dough about the size of an egg and shape it however you want. Then with a clean pair of scissors, cut some ears on top and make sure to smooth the edges, otherwise you're going to have kind of like these devil horns going on. And I'm going to use peppercorns as placeholders for the eyes while they bake. That's kind of cute. I have no idea what they're going to look like when they bake. I feel like they're going to look completely different. This is one of those things that always looks like really easy when you see it on Pinterest and then you actually try and do it and you're like, oh. Before I put those in the oven, I'm going to work on the second bread, which is a bunny twist. So it's basically kind of going to look like a bunny with a cotton tail, but instead of a cotton tail, we're going to use an egg. So for this bread, we're going to make a tinfoil egg to kind of have as a placeholder where the tail is going to be. So that way, again, when it bakes, it kind of has something to go around. And then when you're ready to serve it, you can take the tinfoil egg out, put the real egg in, and there you go. For the tinfoil egg, all you have to do is take some tinfoil, crunch it up into a ball, and then just make it look like an egg. That's really all you have to do. So all you have to do is take kind of like a handful of dough and then roll it out to kind of get like a log shape going on. You can use any bread recipe you want for this. This is just the recipe that we've been using for like forever. So I'm going to fold it in half, kind of find the center, and then that's where I'm going to take my egg, and I want my egg to be kind of like standing up when I put it in. So from here, you're just going to twist the dough around itself, like twice. So I'm just going to transfer this to my pan. I probably should have done it on the pan. Last but certainly not least, we have our big bunny bread. So to make this, I'm going to shape the body so it's just like a medium-sized circle, and that's what's going to dictate the size of the bunny as a whole. So make sure to adjust accordingly. If you want smaller bunnies, big bunnies, it's up to you. Next, make a slightly smaller circle and attach it to the top. That's going to be the head. This is something that we've been making in my family for a really long time. Well, my mom's been making for a really long time. And it's funny because I think every year it comes out looking like a little bit different. So before I like started making this, we were actually looking at pictures from years past, and it's sometimes they look more like a bear, sometimes they look more like a bunny. It really depends. It obviously takes practice, and clearly we haven't perfected it yet either, so that's fine though. It still tastes good and the love and effort is there. And to kind of get them to stick together, I'm kind of gonna like pinch at the seam. So for the hands and the feet, I'm gonna take the same amount of dough, kind of like something around the size of a tennis ball. And let's put that in half, and I guess these will be the feet. So I'm gonna put the hands, well, like the paws, kind of like somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna lift the body up just a little bit and pinch these underneath. I'm gonna do the same thing with the feet. Oh my god, this looks like a turtle. Why does it look like a turtle? Oh boy, am I doing something wrong here? This is what I'm saying. You can make the bunny bread like a gazillion times and see it and everything, and then something about it coming together, it just... it never really works out, but that's... Hey, you know what? what? It's cute. It'll be tasty. I'm just gonna use the cherry tomato size balls to make little cheeks. And then I'm gonna take something smaller than these balls. Something around the size of a raspberry, maybe? Something around the size of a raspberry, sure. And that's gonna be the nose. And because I can't really pinch these into the face, I'm just gonna use a toothpick to kind of like poke it in. Maybe the ears will make it look more like a bunny. Kind of hoping that's what happens. Okay, so I have about this much dough left. Probably, I need to figure out my sizing. Maybe like the size of like an apple, like a big apple. So I'm gonna split this in half and I'm gonna make ears. Similar to the bunny twist that we made, I'm just gonna roll this out and then fold it in half. And those are gonna be the ears. Okay. One ear is so much bigger than the other. I guess I'm gonna try and fix that because nothing is gonna help that. Okay, you know what? That's not looking half bad. So from here, what you can do is if you wanted to add whiskers, you could take some uncooked spaghetti, break it in half, and then just stick it in, and that's how it's gonna bake. For the eyes, I'm gonna be using little like raisins, which depending on how you like do them can look a little bit creepy. You know what? I think this looks kind of cute. I'm actually not gonna lie, I'm like kind of excited for this. So before I put these in the oven, I'm just gonna wash them with a little bit of egg and water. I'm pretty sure this is what's gonna like prevent it from burning, and it's gonna give it a really nice golden kind of like crust color. So just make sure to get everything like as evenly as possible. So those are nicely coated. I'm gonna throw these in the oven at 325. I honestly don't know how long they're gonna need because they're all different sizes. They're all gonna have different bake times. So I'm just gonna have to keep a really close eye on it. Hopefully they look okay when they come out. I will keep you updated. So I took the breads out of the oven. The bunny balls and the bunny twist were in there for about 15 minutes, and then the bigger bunny was in there for about 20. They're looking cooked. They're not looking great. Honestly, sometimes you see things on Pinterest, you see things that other people have made, and you think, I can do that. I can recreate that no problem. And I encourage you, you know, run with the confidence, do your thing, test it out, see how it goes. And if it doesn't work out like it really didn't today for me, that's okay. Because you're gonna learn from it. And there's always Orthodox Easter to kind of fix your mistakes. I guess that's the bonus in all of this. The bunny balls, I kind of had a feeling they were gonna be a miss. They're like super cute, but I just knew something was gonna go wrong, and it did. They blew up into little balloons. They definitely look more like just plain old dinner rolls than they do bunnies. But I mean, you know what? They're still gonna taste good. You're still gonna be able to eat them. The bunny twist, you know, the effort is there. It's cute. It twisted. You can see the twist happening. Yeah, it's just not perfect, and that's fine. Originally, when I was thinking about making this video and kind of planning everything out, I was really excited to make the bunny bread because, like I was saying, my mom's been making this bunny bread for years, and I was really excited because this year I was like, you know, it's gonna look great. I'm gonna like take a lot of time and effort and patience, and it's gonna be like the best bunny we've ever made. It's definitely not the best bunny we've ever made. Honestly, I'm gonna give myself some credit. The paws, they look cute. The body, it's a good size, it's a good shape. The hands, those are cute too. Really, the neck up is where the issues are. I think the head's a little bit big. The nose it's the cutest little nose I've ever seen. The cheeks just kind of moved around. It looks like the bunny had some Botox that didn't really go right. The raisins, like, God knows where they are. They're somewhere in its head. They really didn't stay on the surface. I guess I pushed them in too deep. And the ears, they're not that floppy bunny ear that I was really going for. So I guess the real question is, did I learn something today? The answer is yes. So I think what really went wrong is my dough overrose. I left it too long, and then by the time I made the shapes of everything and set them to the side, they continued to rise, which made them even bigger. And then of course, when you throw them in the oven, they bake, so they expand even more. So I'm not gonna stop here. We're obviously still gonna eat these. We're gonna finish them off. They're gonna be great. Obviously lots to be learned from this, so I'll make the mistakes so you guys don't have to. It's fine, I'll take them for the team. You're welcome. So to finish these off, I'm gonna take a little bit of unsalted butter and a paper towel and just kind of like shine the surface of the bread with it. This is gonna give it a really nice shine. You could also use oil if you wanted to, or even salted butter if you were going for a more savory bread. I'm gonna test to see if my little tinfoil contraption worked. I don't want to brag, but that's a cute cottontail. I'm gonna do a really quick taste test. I know these are gonna taste really good, but honestly, fresh bread is just the best. Oh yeah, that's nice. It tastes exactly how it's supposed to taste. It's super yummy, light, fluffy. It's overall a really good bread. The presentation is just what needs a little bit of work. I used a single batch, and if you portion things correctly, you could easily get 2 bigger bunnies out of this, or just kind of play around with what you want to experiment with. Or if it really just takes a turn for the worse, just make the beaver tails. It's fine. I'm not going to tell anyone. We can call them bunny ears to be a little bit more festive. This is definitely something that I look forward to every Easter morning and the days to follow, because we tend to always have a lot of leftovers. Which, on that note, if you do have leftovers, just pop it in the microwave for a few seconds the next day and then enjoy it with some butter. It's really going to keep its moisture. It's going to be super, super yummy. And well, there you have it. 3 slightly challenging bunny breads that you can try making this Easter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I also hope you learned something, because I definitely did. I really, really did. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye! My mom's at the store right now, but I almost like really want her to come home so I can just get her reactions. She's probably gonna be like, what did I say? I told you it was gonna be challenging, and I said, I want a challenge. I want to try this. And of course, wow. Anyway, we learned something. You know how it goes. My name is Nadia, and I don't know what to end. All you have to do is grab some dough about, oh, I love this, oh my gosh. But I mean, like, you eat with your eyes first, so, I don't know, my family's gonna eat it anyway, I don't care. Okay, well, those ears look terrible, so I'm gonna do that again. I can't preheat my oven because it makes too much noise, so I'm looking at the little bunnies over there, and they're just like, ooh, they're like balloons. Oh, I have to brush them with what? With the egg. I was really excited to, ow, I just burnt myself. This is so hot. Okay, let's cool down. Let's see if I can like, oh my god!